What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm super excited because we're gonna be doing a fully drugstore Valentine's Day makeup look. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, so whether you're going out with like your significant other, or you're just hanging with your girlfriends having like a little Valentine's Day, or you just want an excuse to get glam, this is such a cute look. I practiced it yesterday and I loved how it turned out, so I wanted to film it for you guys today. Everything's drugstore, everything's affordable, and it looks super cute. Would honestly be perfect for like a date night, night out, anything like that, but also definitely perfect for Valentine's Day, which is somehow already here. I feel like 2023 just started. Like it was like just Christmas and New Year's, and now all of a sudden we're at Valentine's Day. So make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and click the little bell right next to the subscribe button so you can be notified of all my future uploads. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, up first, gonna go in and prime. I'm gonna use this Pixie Flawless Beauty Primer. This is nice and hydrating, and it gives like a little bit of radiance to the skin because I'm kind of gonna go for like a glowy skin moment. So this will help to prime us and get us glowing. If you see, it just adds like a little pearlescent kind of finish. Now, since I said we're gonna do glowy skin, you guys can probably guess the next product. My fave, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I'm gonna go in with this. This is the only product I'm gonna use on my complexion. Sometimes I use this as a primer and then I'll apply like a foundation or something else over top of it, but honestly, it gives a pretty good coverage on its own, so you don't need to do that if you don't want to. So I'm gonna use this, but if you want something a little bit more full coverage, feel free to use this and then mix a little bit of like your favorite foundation into it to amp up the coverage, but I'll blend it out and show you guys. It really gives a nice glowy finish and coverage on its own. And I'm happy that this is much more like findable now, because for the longest time it was really difficult to get it. So I always felt bad using it in my videos because you guys were like, I would like to try it, but I can't find it. But you guys can find it now. I've been seeing it at Target. e.l.f. has been restocking it on their website, so it is much more readily available than when it first launched. I use shade 4 today. Honestly, I normally use shade 3. This one's a little bit deeper, but we're going in with a lighter concealer, so I used shade 4, and then we'll use the concealer to kind of highlight and brighten up the skin. All right, base looking nice and glowy. Now for concealer, I'm gonna use the new Makeup Revolution IRL Filter Finish Concealer. So shockingly, I love this. It's so interesting to me because I really do not like the foundation of this. And it came out, it went viral like a couple months ago. Everybody seemed to love it. Not my thing. Did not look good on my skin. The concealer, however, I really like. I love the doe foot. It gives a nice bright, awakened under eye, gives a good coverage, isn't drying. So to me, they're like night and day, which is interesting, but really, really like this. And it's nice and affordable. It's like $7. I got mine at Ulta, and I'm just gonna blend that out on the under eyes to conceal and brighten those up, because we don't want to look tired on our Valentine's Day date. Gonna jump in with some of the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Bronzer, and I'm gonna use this to bronze up the skin and again amp up that pretty glow. I have been absolutely loving this as well. So many good new releases at the drugstore. All right, we are looking nice and bronzy and glowy. Now the blush I'm gonna use today, I love, and it's a multi-use product, so we love that. This is from Peri Para, so you guys can get them on Amazon. Drugstore price point, so good. So this is their Ink the Velvet Lip Tint, and what's really cool is you can use it on your lips, but it's also a multi-use product, so you can also use it on your cheeks and your eyes. So I'm gonna use it on both my cheeks and lips today, and this is actually the #1 selling lip stain on Amazon for over an entire year now. So I love it. I've talked to you guys about this before. I do wanna thank Peri Para for partnering with me on today's video, but this shade Rosy Nude is perfect for every day, and then also perfect for a special occasion like Valentine's Day. And you can also get this in the lip tint with a lip liner in a set, so I'm gonna use the lip liner once we do our lips, but how pretty is it on the cheeks? Super pigmented, super blendable, and love the multi-use of it. And obviously it's affordable, which is great. So love it on the cheeks. You guys will see it again when we use it on our lips. I'm gonna use it with the liner, and we're gonna use one of their new lip glosses too. So stay tuned for the lips, but I will link it down below up to 20% off for their Valentine's Day sale. So that'll all be linked down below in the description, as well as everything else that we use in today's video. All right, now that we are looking nice and good, we are gonna go in and set the face. I do love the glowiness, but I'm gonna set it down just a little bit just to make sure we don't have any creasing. So I'm gonna use the new Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder. I really, really have been liking this. It blurs the skin, but it isn't gonna dry you out. It's very finely milled, so it feels like nice and silky going on the skin. And it's just gonna set everything in place. All right, I went ahead and zoomed you guys in a little bit while we get into the eyes. First, we gotta do our brows. I'm gonna use the new Smoky eyebrow pencil. I've been really liking this, so I'm just gonna fluff them up a little bit and then go in and fill them in. I'm using the shade Chocolate Brown. I've been doing my brows a little darker than I used to recently, but I kind of like it. I feel like it's hard when you have blonde hair because you could do light brows that like match your hair, but then it just kind of looks like they get lost. Or then you can do like dark brows and they look like really different than your hair. So I don't know, I go back and forth, but recently I've been doing a little bit of a deeper brow. And then just to fluff them up and set them, I'm gonna jump in with the Milani Stay Put Liquid Brow Wax. and just set them in place. Alrighty, now we're ready to jump into our eyes. I'm so excited. We're gonna use the Profusion Minimalist palette. It's been a long time. I love Profusion eyeshadow palettes. They're so good. You can get them at Walmart, at least I can at my local Walmart, and you get so many shades and they're so affordable. This personal one I haven't used yet, so I'm very excited to use it, but lots and lots of options. You don't need to have a palette that has like this many options in it, because honestly, I'm not gonna use that many shadows because I know the look that I wanna do, but I created it using a different palette. I wanted to use this one today to try it out. It has very similar colors, so really any palette that you have some neutral eyeshadows will work for this, but I wanted to use this one today. So I'm gonna go in first with this shade right here. It's a little bit darker than my skin tone, and I'm gonna buff it into the crease area and bring it into the upper crease a bit. I wanna do like a really smoked out liner look, so I'm gonna focus a lot more on like the lower lash line and not a ton on like the rest of my eyelid, but I wanna put something there. And I kind of think of doing this as like contouring, but for your eyes. And if you see, once I bring it into my crease and kind of disperse the products, I just bring it down the side of my nose, and it kind of just gives you a little free nose contour really quick and easy. So it's a little trick of mine that I do. Okay, so once I have that down, I'm gonna go in with a matte light shade. So I'm gonna use this shade right here, and I'm gonna work that all over my lid and just set it all down. This will help if, like me, you have like veins and stuff in your lid, or honestly, you could probably leave your lid bare, but I always like to kind of set it down with something. Alrighty, now for the fun part. I'm gonna grab a liner brush and start building the liner. I am gonna use this matte black shade, and I'm gonna go on my lash line, close to my upper lash line, and press the matte black in there. I'm not gonna do a wing or anything just yet, just pressing the matte black on the lash line. And I'm gonna bring mine about 2/3 of the way. I'm not gonna bring it completely into my inner corner. Do the same thing on the other eye now. Now, without adding any more product to my brush, I am gonna go on the outer corner and start flicking it up a little bit to create a wing and give us a bit of a baseline, but it's gonna help to make it diffuse because we're not adding any more product. We just want like a soft kind of diffused wing. Now I'm gonna go in with a larger but still angled brush. I'm gonna go in with like a cool toned medium brown and pack that on the brush. And then you wanna grab something that has a sharp edge to it. You can literally use anything. I'm gonna use the side of this primer. You can use a business card, piece of paper, piece of tape, whatever you want. I don't like to do tape because I like to do my foundation first, so it'll obviously take my foundation off. So I'm just gonna go in with the side of this primer, and I'm gonna press it up against where we made that wing, where we want it to be. And I'm gonna start going in with this shadow now and diffusing everything out and smoking it out. So it's gonna make it like really gradient and smoky. And with this shadow, I will bring it in towards my inner corner as well and just smoke everything out. And then once you remove whatever you're using to get that edge, you'll have a nice clean line, and it'll give you that diffused sort of liner look. I'm just going over it gently now. No additional product, just whatever's still left on the brush. I'm gonna go in and do the same thing on the other eye now and just diffuse everything out. And then once I have it like diffused to how I want it, I'm gonna jump back in with a small little angled brush with a little bit of the black liner. I'm gonna press it up against the lower lash line about halfway and connect everything. And then back in with a lighter brown color and an angled brush to buff that all out. And again, always bring everything up and out with the wing. Then once you have everything really smoked out like this, you can either leave it, or for myself personally, I feel like I brought the wings out a little too high. So I'm gonna go back in with that lightest shade and use it to clean. And then I'm gonna go like this, and it's gonna help disperse it even more. So it's just gonna clean up the crease and lid and then just bring it out. And then once you have the wings basically like where you want them to be, I'm gonna jump back in with a light shimmery shade. And I'm gonna put this right beneath the brow to emphasize that, and in the inner corners. Then you wanna jump in with a black kohl liner. The one I'm using is from ColourPop, and put this in your waterline and your tight line up here. And then for mascara, I'm gonna jump in with the new e.l.f. Lash and Roll. This is really nice to really lift and lengthen the lashes. We are gonna go in with some falsies, but this is really nice to get some definition. And then I'm gonna apply it to my lower lashes as well. Okay, now you can obviously totally leave it like this if you're not a falsies gal. Still looks really, really pretty. I like to add a little bit of falsies. I get these from Amazon. They are the best. I like half lashes personally. They just add like a little bit of a flare. They're super affordable. Like all of these lashes are like $8. I'm telling you, Amazon, best place for falsies. So I'm gonna add a pair of these to my outer corners to kind of emphasize that smoky winged out liner. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the Kiss Lash Glue Liner. I love this stuff. It's a liner and lash glue all in one. So good. And apply that to my outer corner, and then pop the lash on to just add a little extra flair. And then we are done with the eyes. We have this really pretty like blurred out winged liner. I just feel like it's super sultry and like perfect for Valentine's Day. And it's actually really easy. It seems like a lot of steps, I feel like, but it's honestly very simple when you're doing it. And it's just like a little bit different. Now for the rest of the face, I'm gonna jump in with this palette from Pixie. This is new. This is their Sugar Blossom palette. I'm gonna use a little bit of the bronzer just to contour out my cheeks a little bit. And I'm gonna mix the two highlights together and just pop that on my cheeks like so, just to give us a little glow. All right, now for our lips, obviously you guys know the lip color that we're using, but like I said, you can get the Peri Para lip tint in a set with a lip liner. So I'm gonna use the Rosy Nude lip liner to go ahead and line my lips. I personally love using a lip liner because it helps to make my lips look a little bit more plump and like pouty. And I feel like when I use lip liner, my lips stay looking good like for longer. So if I'm gonna go out to like dinner or something where I know I'm gonna be like eating, drinking, obviously your lips are gonna wear faster, but I feel like when I have a lip liner, it helps to keep them looking nicer for longer. So great for like a date night. So we lined our lips. Now I'm gonna go in with the lip tint now. Gonna apply to my lips. Like I said, literally perfect color, and it's gonna give you a matte finish, so it's gonna last, but it's not gonna dry out your lips, which is incredible. And it also smells really nice too, which is a nice little added bonus. But super, super pretty. Now, of course, you can totally leave it like this. If you want a matte lip, it's perfect. But if you wanna add a gloss, which I personally, I'm a gloss girl. I love a little glossy lip. Peri Para has their new ink glasting glosses. Such a cute name. I have 3 of them right here. So we have a clear, which will obviously just keep like the color of our lips the same. So that's shade 1, or we have shade 2, which is more of like a nude. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the nude on top, and then we'll do shade 3, which is a little bit more rosy on the bottom, and we'll mix them together to get a little cocktail. But how pretty are these? Super glossy and juicy. And then I'll do 3 on the bottom. Ooh, that's really pretty too. I'm glad they're doing a mix because I feel like I wouldn't have been able to pick between them and just mix them together. So, so pretty and not sticky at all, which I love. And just make your lips look nice and plump. So I love that. So I'll have them linked down below. Like I said, they will be on sale for Valentine's Day till the 12th. So definitely check that out. Everything that we used today will be linked down below. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next one.